So our topic for today is all about law of exponent. Pag sinabi po natin exponent is a mathematical operation written as b raised to n involving two numbers, the base b and the exponent of power which is n. So law of exponent, whenever we have variables which contain exponent and have equal bases, we can do certain mathematical operation to them. Those operations are called the law of exponent. So unahin po muna natin yung product of powers. Pag sinabi po natin product of powers, to multiply two similar bases, you write the base and add the exponent. Ibig sabihin po, pag product po yung operation po natin, automatic may exponent po natin, ipag-add po natin pag same base po sila. So our formula use is a raised to m multiplied by a raised to n is equal to a raised to m plus n. So for example, a x raised to 3 multiplied by x raised to 8 is equals to x raised to 3 plus 8. So 3 plus 8 is equal to 11. So our answer will be x raised to 11. Applicable lang po siya pag parehas po yung base po natin. Pero pag hindi po parehas yung base po natin, automatic kailangan gawin po muna natin parehas yung base po natin. Tsaka pwede na po natin ipag-add yung exponent po natin. Pag multiplication lang po. Pag iba po yung operation, iba po yung operation na gagamitin po natin sa exponent. So example number 2. 2 raised to 2 multiplied by 2 raised to 4. So peras po yung base po natin which is 2. Hindi na po natin siya gagalawin. Ipag-add na po natin yung exponent po natin which is 2 and 4. So 2 plus 4 is equals to 6. Then our answer will be 2 raised to 6. Then 2 raised to 6 po natin, pwede pa po natin siya ma-simplify by simply 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 is equal to 64. Kung hindi po variable yung given po natin, pag pwede pa po i-simplify, i-simplify pa po natin. Pero pag variable po yung given po natin, hindi na po ma-simplify, yun na po yung final answer po natin. So another example, x squared y times x cubed y to the fourth power. So unahin po muna natin yung x po natin. So x po natin dito sa first term, meron siyang exponent na 2. Sa second term naman po, meron siya exponent na 3. Pag-add na po natin yung exponent which is 2 and 3. So 2 plus 3 is equal to 5. Then yung x po natin, yung exponent niya na po is x raised to 5. Then sabay naman po tayo. Then alam po natin, pag wala pong exponent yung y po natin, meron po itong divisible by 1. So we need to add the exponent 1 plus 4 is equal to 5. Therefore, y raised to 5, or our answer will be x raised to the fifth power and y raised to the fifth power. So quotient of powers. To divide two similar bases, you write the base and subtract the exponent. So ginawa po natin kanina, pag multiply po ng same bases, pinag-add po natin yung exponent po natin. Pag quotient naman po, ipag-subtract po natin yung exponent po natin pag same bases po. So our formula used is a raised to m divide a raised to n is equal to a raised to m minus n. So for example, x raised to 5 over x squared is equal to x raised to 5 minus 2. So 5 minus 2 is equals to 3. So our answer will be x cubed. So another example po. So 3 raised to 5 over 3 raised to 3 is equal to 3 raised to 5 minus 2. So 5 minus 2 is equals to 2. So 3 squared po natin, pwede pa po natin siya ma-simplify by simply 3 times 3 is equal to 9. So our final answer will be equal to 9. So another example, x squared y to the fifth power over x y to the third power. So alam naman po natin yung denominator po natin na x, meron siya exponent na divisible by 1. So unahin po muna natin yung x po natin. So x squared, which is the numerator, tapos yung denominator po natin yung divisible by 1 minus 1 is equal to 1. So, automatic, hindi na po natin ilalagay yung 1 po dahil divisible by 1 na po siya. So, next naman po tayo sa y po natin. So, y raised to 5 over y raised to 3. So, our answer will be y raised to 5 minus 3. So, 5 minus 3 is equal to 2. So, our final answer will be x y squared. So, power of power. To raise a power of power to another power, you write the base and multiply the exponent. So, dito po gumagamit na po tayo ng parentheses. So, our formula will be parenthesis of a raised to m multiplied by the power of n is equal to a raised to m multiplied by n. So, for example, parenthesis of x cubed multiplied by the power of 2. We need to multiply our power. 3 times 2 is equals to 6. So, our final answer will be x raised to 6. So, another example. The quantity of 3 raised to 2 multiplied by the power of 4. So, we need to multiply our exponent. 2 times 4 is equals to 8. Then, our answer will be 3 raised to 8. Then, 3 raised to 8 po natin, pwede pa po natin siya masimplify. Or, i-multiply po natin sa sarili niya, yung 3, ng 8 beses. So, 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 is equal to 6,561. So, another example, y squared multiplied by to the power of 5, or y squared c raised to the third power multiplied by the power of 5. Dahil may parenthesis siya, ibig sabihin, kailangan po natin i-multiply yung power po natin sa labas sa may parenthesis po natin. So, unahin po muna natin yung y po natin. So, exponent po natin ng y, 2 times 5 is equal to 10. Then, our c, 3 times 5 is equal to 15. So, our final answer will be y raised to 10 and c raised to 15. So, power of product. When the base is a product of 2 or more variables, you raise each variable by the given exponent. So, our formula, the quantity of AB raised to the m power is equals to a raised to m, b raised to m. So, gagawin po natin dahil po may parenthesis, ibig sabihin, sakop niya po yung nasa loob ng parenthesis po natin. So, for example, the quantity of 2a raised to the third power. So, 2 raised to 3 po natin is equal to 8. Then, a raised to 3 is equals to a raised to 3. Then, our final answer will be a raised 8 raised to 3. Or 8a raised to 3. Then, another example po natin. The quantity of 6x cubed multiplied by the power of 2. So, 6 raised to 2 is equals to 36. Then, x cubed multiplied by the power of 2. 3 times 2 is equal to 6. Then, our final answer will be 36x raised to the 6th power. So, power of quotient. So, tulad lang po ng ginawa po natin sa power of power. Ipaghiwalay lang po natin. Is an equal to the quotient obtained when the dividend and the divisor are each raised to the indicated power separately before the division is performed. So, tulad nga sabi ko kanina, pag may parenthesis po, ibig sabihin, yung power pa na nasa labas is kasama sa parenthesis na nasa loob. So, our formula used is the quantity of a over b, and the power of m is equal to a raised to m over b raised to m. So, for example, the quantity of x squared over y multiplied by the power of 4 is equals to the quantity of x squared multiplied by the power of 4. We need to multiply our exponent. 2 times 4 is equal to 8. Then, our denominator po, the quantity of y multiplied by 4. Then, automatic po, yung y po natin sa denominator, meron po siyang divisible by 1. So, 1 multiplied by 4 is equal to 4. So our final answer will be x raised to the 8th power over y raised to the 4th power. So another example, the quantity of 2x over 3y squared multiplied by the power of 3. So unahin po muna natin yung numerator po natin, the quantity of 2x multiplied by the power of 3 magiging 2 raised to 3, x raised to 3. Then 2 raised to 3 po natin, pwede pa po natin siya masimplify. 2 times 2 times 2 is equal to 8. So our numerator will be 8x raised to the 3rd power. Then sa denominator naman po tayo. So our denominator will be the quantity of 3y squared multiplied by the power of 3. So 3 raised to 3 is equal to 27. Then our y squared multiplied by the power of 3 is equal to y raised to 6. So our answer will be 8x to the 3rd power over 27y to the 6th power. So bakit hindi po natin sinimplify? Siyempre po yung numerator po natin, iba po yung base ng numerator po natin sa base po ng denominator po natin. Sa numerator po natin, x po yung variable na ginamit po natin. Sa baba naman po, y po yung ginamit po natin variable. So hindi na po natin siya mas-simplify. So zero exponent rule. Any base except 0 raised to the 0 power is equal to 1. So ibig sabihin daw po, any number or any variable raised to 0 is equal to 1. So our formula will be a raised to 0 is equal to 1. So pag minakanta po tayo ditong ganitong given, automatic na po, 1 po yung sagot po natin. So the quantity of y raised to 0, automatic 1 na po yung sagot po natin. Dahil sabi kanina, any variable or any number raised to 0 is equal to 1. So another example, 6 raised to 0. So simplify po natin, 6 raised to 0 is equal to 1. Kahit po gamitin po natin yung calculator, 0 pa rin, 1 pa rin po yung lalabas. So another example, 3x over y raised to 0 is equal to 3x raised to 0 over y raised to 0 is equal to 1. So negative exponent rule. Any base except 0 raised to a negative exponent is equal to the reciprocal of the base. Pag negative daw po yung exponent po natin, irreciprocal po natin siya. Ibig sabihin, magiging fraction po siya. So our formula will be a raised to negative n is equal to 1 over a raised to n. So naging positive na po yung n po natin dito. And a is not equal to 0. So for example, x raised to negative 4, then ilalagay po natin sa fraction x raised to negative 4 over 1. Reciprocal po natin para maging positive po itong exponent po natin, magiging 1 over x raised to 4. Pag sinabi po natin reciprocal, ipagbabalik na lang po natin yung numerator po natin sa denominator po natin. So kanina po, yung numerator po natin is x raised to negative 4. Then our denominator will be 1. Dahil alam po natin na yung given po natin, meron po siyang divisible by 1 na denominator. Over 1, so reciprocal po natin, pag binaliktad po natin, yung exponent po natin magiging positive. So our final answer will be 1 over x raised to the 4th power. So ganun lang po yung gagawin po natin. So next, 2x raised to negative 4. Then, dahil po yung exponent po natin nasa x lang po or nasa variable lang po, set aside po natin yung whole number po natin which is 2. So 2 multiplied by x raised to negative 4 over 1, automatic may negative 1, ay may over 1 po itong variable po natin or yung x raised to negative 4 po natin, reciprocal po natin siya. So magiging 2 Reciprocal po natin yung x raised to the fourth power over 1 magiging 1 over x raised to 4. Tama po ba? Then after po natin siya ma-reciprocal, naging positive na po yung exponent po natin. Then is-simplify po natin. We need to multiply our base which is 2 to 1. 2 times 1 is equal to 2. Ito po. Then copy the denominator, x raised to 4. Okay po? So another example. So kanina po, yung negative 4 po natin is applicable lang po sa expo natin dahil wala po tayong parenthesis. So ngayon naman po sa example number 3 po natin, gagamit po tayo ng parenthesis. Ibig sabihin po ng parenthesis is lahat, sakop niya po ng nasa loob po natin. Hindi lang po yung expo, bagkos yung positive 3 din po. So our equation will be, or our solution will be x raised to negative 2 multiply by x raised to negative 2 all over 1. Then, ang reciprocal po natin, magiging 1 over, wait lang po lagyan natin ng 1 over 3 raised to 2. Then, x squared. Ibig sabihin po, naging positive na po yung exponent po natin. So, ito pong 3 raised to po natin, pwede pa po natin siya ma-simplify. So, 3 times 3 is equal to 9. Ito na po yung sagot po natin. Then, pwede na po natin ipagsama sa x po natin, which is x squared. So, our final answer will be 1 over 9x squared. So, exponential function. Exponential function is an exponential function with base b is a function of the form f of x is equals to b raised to x or y is equal to b raised to x. Ibig sabihin, pag may nakita po tayong equation na f of x and y, ibig sabihin, example po siya na exponential function where b is greater than 0 and b is not equal to 1. So for example, complete a table of values for x is equal to negative 3, negative 2, negative 1, 0, positive 1, 2, and 3. For the exponential function, y is equals to the quantity of 1 over 3 raised to x, and y is equals to 10 raised to x, and y is equals to 0.8 raised to x. So unahin po muna natin tong unang function po natin or exponential function po natin na 1 over 3 raised to x. So ito po yung solution po natin. Pag negative 3 po yung given, our function will be 27 sa equation po natin na 1 over 3 raised to x. Pag negative 2 naman po, positive 9. Pag negative 1, positive 3, 0, automatic 1. Di ba sabi po natin, any number raised to 0 is equal to 1. Then pag positive 1 po, copy lang po natin to. Then 2 po yung exponent po natin. Multiply by itself, 1 over 9. Then pag 3 naman po yung expo natin, sagot po natin sa unang equation po natin which is 1 over 27. Ito pong x po natin, given po to kanina ha. We need to substitute the value of x to get the function or the exponential function po natin. So another example po, 10 raised to negative 3. Dahil negative 3 po siya, reciprocal po natin. So lagyan po natin ang animation. 10 raised to negative 3. Reciprocal po natin. Automatic na siya divisible by 1. Tama? So pagbaliktarin lang po natin or reciprocal, magiging magiging 10 so magiging 1 over 10 raised to 3. So magiging 1 over 10 raised to 3. Then pwede pa po natin masimplify yung denominator po natin. 10 raised to 3 is equal to 1,000. Then ganun lang po yung gagawin po natin sa mga susunod na given. So another example po. Kaya po dito naglagay po ng parenthesis dahil po may decimal point po siya para masama po yung exponent po natin sa zero po natin or sa decimal point po natin. So pag exponential function po natin is equals to 0.08, so the value of x is equal to 3, our answer will be 1.953125. So pag negative 2 naman po, 1.5625. Pag negative 1, 1.25. Pag 0 po, automatic 1 na po yung sagot po natin. Pag 1, copy lang po natin yung exponential function po natin, which is 0.08. Pag 2 naman po, 0.64. Then pag 3 is 0.512. So, for example, another example, f of x is equals to 3 raised to 3 or 3 raised to x. We need to evaluate f of 2, f of negative 2, f of 1 half, f of 0.04, and f of 5. So, we need to substitute the value of x. Ito po yung mga given po natin. 2, negative 2, 1 half, 0.4, and 5. So, ano nga po ba value po ng pi po natin? So, alam naman po natin kung ano pong value ng pi po natin is 3.1416 or 3.14. So, pag x po natin is equal to 2, our function will be equal to 9. Pag negative 2 naman po, our function will be 1 over 9. Pag 1 half, our function will be square root of 3. Pag 0.04 naman po, our function will be 5 square root of 3 squared. Since x is equal to pi, so hindi naman po pwede na gawin po nating exponent yung irrational number po natin, which is pi po. So kailangan po ilalagay po natin kung ano po talaga value ng pi po natin. So sinabi ko po kanina kung ano pong value ng pi po natin, which is 3.1416. So tsaka na po natin mako-compute yung equation po natin. So, f pi or f of pi is equals to 3 raised to pi can be approximate by 3 raised to 3.1416. So, population growth, the population growth or the population per capita, kulang pa ng letter L, per individual growth rate stays the same regardless of population size, making the population grow faster and faster as it gets large. So sa population growth, binibilang po natin yung dami ng mga taong namamatay, taong pinapanganak sa bawat taon po. So for example, we have at t is equal to 0, ibig sabihin po ng t po natin dito, ito po yung time po natin. There were initially 20 bacteria. Suppose that the bacteria doubles every 100 hours. Give an exponential model for the bacteria as a function of t. So first thing that we need to do pag may word problem po tayo, we need to analyze the problem first, then proceed po tayo sa pinaka-solution po natin. So initially, at t is equal to 0, the number of bacteria is equal to 20. Dahil given na po siya kanina. At t is equal to 100, the number of bacteria is equal to 20 multiplied by 2. At time is equal to 200, the number of bacteria is equal to 2 raised to 2. At t is equal to 300, the number of bacteria is equal to 20 multiplied by the quantity of 2 raised to 3. At the time of 400, the number of bacteria is equal to 20 multiplied by the quantity of 2 raised to the fourth power. An exponential model for this situation is y is equal to 2 raised to t over t. Okay ba? So exponential model and population growth suppose that quantity y doubles every t units of time. If y sub 0 is the initial amount, then the quantity y after t units of time is given y is equal to y sub 0 multiplied by the quantity of 2 raised to t over t or small t over capital T po natin. So half-life. The half-life of a radioactive substance is the time it takes for half of the substance to decay. Suppose that the half-life of the certain radioactive substance is 10 days and there are 10 grams initially. Determine the amount of substance remaining after 30 days and give an exponential model for the amount of remaining substance. So first thing that we need to do is to analyze the problem first, then proceed po tayo sa pinaka-solution po natin. So we use the fact that the mass is halvely every 10 days from the definition of half-life. So let t is equal to time in day. Thus we have initially at t is equal to 0, amount of substance is equal to 10 grams. So given na po kanina. At t is equal to 10, the amount of substance is equal to 5 grams. At t is equal to 20, the amount of substance will be 2.5 grams. At t is equal to 20, the amount of substance is equal to 1.25 grams. So an exponential model for this situation is y is equal to 10 multiplied by 1/2 raised to t over 10. So exponential function and half-life. If the half-life of the substance is t or capital T units and y sub 0 is the amount of the substance correspond to t is equal to 0, then the amount of y of substance remaining after t units of time is given by y is equals to y sub 0 multiplied by 1/2 raised to the small t all over or divide capital letter T. So compound interest. If a principal P is invested at an annual rate of R compounded annually, pag sinabi po natin annually, isang taon po, then the amount after T years is given by A is equals to P multiplied by the quantity of 1 plus R raised to time po natin. So, ito po yung formula na ginagamit po natin sa compound interest. So, for example, Mrs. De La Cruz invested 100,000 in company of offer 6% interest compound annually. Define an exponential model for this situation. How much this investment be worth in the end of the year for the next 5 years? So we need to write down the given. So initially, at t is equal to 0, invested 100,000 pesos. At t is equal to 1, invested 100,000 pesos multiplied by 1.06 is equal to 106,000 pesos. At t is equal to 2, invested is equal to 106,000 multiplied by 1.06 is equal to 112,360 and so on and so far. So our exponential model for this situation is y is equals to 100,000 multiplied by the quantity of 1.06 raised to t. The investment is worth 133,822.56 pesos. So the natural exponential function, where an exponential function may have various bases, a frequently used base is a rational number, e. So e po natin, ito po yung malanding letter e, hindi po small e lang po, whose value is approximate to 2.71828. The encircle is the lesson 27 will show how the number small letter e arise from the concept of the compound interest, because e is a commonly used base. The natural exponential function is defined having e as the base. So ito po yung formula po natin. So natural exponential function, the natural exponential function is the function f of x is equals to e raised to x. So for example, a large slab of meat is taken from the refrigerator and placed in the preheated oven. The temperature, capital T, of the slab, T minutes after being placed in the oven, is given by capital letter T is equal to 170 minus 165 e raised to negative 0.006 small letter t degrees Celsius. Construct a table of values for the following values of t, where t is equal to 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, and interpret your result, round of values in the nearest integers. So our solution, pag hindi po natin is equal to 0, our big letter t or temperature is equal to 5. Pag hindi po natin or time po natin is equal to 10, our temperature is equal to 15, and so on and so far. So the slab of meat is increasing in temperature at roughly the same rate. Ibig sabihin, pag tumataas po yung oras, tumataas din po yung temperature ng meat po natin. Okay, that's our lesson for today. Goodbye.